last week, no demos, no topics. This week. Tip 2. Demos. Where are the demos? Two demos today. Topics. In subject. Just send your questions if you have any or things you want to talk about. Status. Should call. I don't think we merged anything last week during the triage. Oh, sorry, Orchard 1. I meant. One, the thing has been merged. Just at the beginning of the month. And Orchard core. Main branch 19th. So we have Antoine updating Markdig. Yeah, I was like, yeah, but I saw another one here. So 30.1. NodaTime, ReverseProxySettings to manage ReverseProxySettings. Yes, we saw the PR on Thursday. Okay. And it's not breaking because I think the permission was not registered. This one. It's not registered. Github Actions. Github Actions just remove the release branches from being deployed on Docker for the PreviewCI, like on every PR. And also it's not deploying that on Cloudsmith, so you get packages. Just the preview are published on Docker and Cloudsmith. There is another workflow called ReadMe.md that will deploy exclusively based on tags and not on the branch name to Nuget and Docker. Missing permission restriction. So that fixing feature where is our pages, so nice fixes feature where is our pages, nice improvement, which makes Razor pages feature aware, so you can enable Razor pages based on their feature now. And this is an example in the page model class, an attribute on that. And so this was moved outside just to be able to add the attribute, I believe. Or maybe we can add that attribute also there, but it's linear to have it in its own file. An example here, another example there. Anything. A manifest to create two features just to show that you can have Razor pages enabled on each enable this feature and the code to do that. Markdig update. Lucene query docs fixing QueryStringQueryProvider. Yeah, because Sultan wanted a feature which is actually already implemented, but was not correctly documented. QueryStringQueryProvider. Yeah. So the idea with that is it's using the Lucene simple syntax, or not the simple syntax, the Lucene syntax to express a query, but as part of an Elasticsearch JSON query. Yeah. And there is a documentation about that now. There was a point to make this one. This is an example. The query string and then the query is which field needs to be. That's not that. Oh, yeah, which field, and if you don't set a field, you can provide default field. And we also saw that there was another one which was called a multi-field query parser, and the query parser put a multi-field, and apparently you can provide multiple fields. We search for by default. So that's the syntax. It was not documented, but it was implemented. Interesting. So that going with me. Oh, yeah. And when you line at the end of the file. Code mirror update, minor, mkdocs update, Markdig update. Do they ship a new version every day? Pin down and mkdocs update again. Same thing every day. No, it's not the same day at least. Okay, good. Questions, comments? Tutorials, topics? You always have good topics to talk about. And because you are the only one topics, they are the best topics, right? Let's look at the PRs. We look at issues on PRs. We do that on Twitter, but since we have some time, let's give it 5 minutes. This one interesting, because we've been waiting for that for a long time. So lots of features that, yeah, we've been waiting for that because it provides features that were available in ImageSharp, but not ImageSharp.web. So WebP support. See 2020. ImageSharp, not ImageWeb, ImageSharp.web. This one, potential memory leak. Yes, I think it was for the buffers that were created, yeah, memory locator. And the pooling. Okay. We were able to report the issue with a benchmark and try to fix. Then this one, same thing, memory usage. Yeah, done that. Like the buffers were like 40 megabytes. But since then, they've implemented a new way of allocating stuff. I'm sure that Ron knows about that because they pinged in for his benchmarks about that. It's using very few memory. It's not well, it's allocating once and using the same buffer over and over when possible. So that's good. Should we wait for that? Should we? Well, it's ready, it works. But well, there are some breaking changes which should be transparent. And hash key, main, hash, then this is for also the used for the folder structure. It will be different also with that version. This is a hash set now instead of for dictionary. So 12 here. Hash name. Well, probably default. Yeah, okay, default configuration. Why is it set there? Hash folder length, which is different. Okay. New translation update. Most we should have parameterized that because now we have to change all the languages with that sentence. And probably won't give us a hint about the previous version. Probably it's a new string. Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying is that maybe there will be another update of that because I think people reported some issues. It's new version, so people will find bugs as they install it and will fix it. So that shape model. So many comments. So function there is a new constructor on shape model with a string, which is type. Okay. So there's a better way to do that now. Not the ugly way, but there is that one. Let's see. I can type it. It's a question. It's not null. Yeah, what I like to use is argument not exception dot throw if or argument exception but throw is if null. And you just pass shape type. And then it will do the rest. And that's even better because it can inline the constructor. That should make sense to inline the constructor, but yeah, for other methods, the dot throw if null is better because you don't call a throw. So if you call a throw, it can't inline, you can't optimize the code as much as without it. Anything that deals with exceptions. Okay. So that's the base constructor for the type. This one was already there. These are just using this one. This one is new. Provide the type and the value. This requires triage. Is requested. New security module, lots of files changed. Now lots of comments I see. This, I think, so that put a comment on that. Or it's just some refactoring, like it was invoking the middleware by its class name. And now it's just an extension method that does the same thing. By option, or I do by the options. There was a dot enabled in the options. Not sure why there was an interface for that. Also necessary. Enabled, so you could change the name and the value and enable true false. Oh, that's something standard now. Interesting. Well, standard. In ASP.NET headers, it's available. But there is no more the enable true or false. You can't disable it. We just not call the middleware, but we do call the middleware by default. Okay. The rest will check season for this week. The rest will check for on Thursday issues. Issues, there is a PR. Create more than 4 default users. Failed. Interesting. Some email links, authentication, that's probably on purpose. So you can generate links. Well, secure links depends what you put in your link. So we'll discuss about that. Yeah, you need to go away. But here, oh, that's the thing from image shop. Like the images will rotate automatically based on the EXIF metadata. That's it. We'll look at what did I miss? Chat, I think. Image sharp guy said he will stop OSS. No, he didn't say that. He says that every few months, but then changes his mind again. No worries. Yeah, you see, yeah, it's just like some bad open source contributors piss him off, and then he's like, "Fuck off! I don't care anymore about open source." But then it's back. Then it was just a bad sheep. Questions, comments, theories, topics? One day you'll show us your new website.
Oh, not yet, not yet.
That's okay. Take your time. It will be perfect. Okay, so let's meet again on Thursday or next week. Thanks everyone for joining. Bye-bye. Have a good day.